And guys, we are finally back. We finally made it to the second reaction video I've dropped on this YouTube platform. Welcome once again to the second one, brothers and sisters. Big up on yourself on this Mystelics Reacts channel. Without further ado, brothers and sisters, let us get into the vibrations for today. Of course, it's late already, but of course, I must point this out, which I think is quite phenomenal. Of course, we're starting with great news, brothers and sisters. Dominica has made the top 5. I think this is what it's called, the top 5, the 25, the best islands to visit around the world for 2024 right there. Of course, there's Maldives, there's Phuket, hopefully I pronounced it properly, Bali, Milos, well, there's no 2 L's, so Milos, and then there's Dominica right there. So that is always a good thing when, of course, they have some sort of ratings according to Travel plus Leisure 2024 World's Best Award Survey. I don't know what's going on there, brothers and sisters, but of course, I saw a post under it, and the individual asked, how much money did Dominica spend for it to put itself in that position right there. Brothers and sisters, don't get me wrong, Dominica is a wonderful, beautiful place, but I saw Fiji at the 14th spot, man. That's kind of crazy. I know Fiji is an absolutely phenomenal, flawless place. Don't get me wrong, you know, Dominica is also flawless as well, but I think when it comes on to Fiji, that's another whole other story right there. But of course, we must give kudos to Dominica for making the 5th position, whether it be associations or money they put there. People not easy, no? People asking how much money they pay for Dominica to be there, because of course we've always hearing, you know, Dominica is making some top 5 this and top 10 this and top 5 and what have you, and you think on the basis of making a top 5 across the platform you would have an increase in the tourism sector in Dominica. That is not the case at all. So when individuals are making statements like, oh, how much money did Dominica pay for it to be placed in that positions, it doesn't seem too far off. But I must be mentioned that Dominica is indeed a phenomenal, beautiful place. It's just unfortunate the economy doesn't reflect that, but Dominica is indeed a phenomenal place, brothers and sisters. Go in and get the pure oxygen on top of the mountains, where the mountains and the clouds combine, brothers and sisters. You can say hello to Jesus, who walketh upon the clouds from time to time. I'm just saying. But yes, you can go above the clouds, brothers and sisters. You can stay on land and walk above the clouds and just experience nature at its finest. It can be scary in the night, brothers and sisters. Looks like a scary movie. But of course, Dominica is indeed phenomenal. The rivers, the beaches. We have both white and we have black sand beaches. Yes. We have the limestone beaches. Limestone beaches. What do you call that? Limestone coral. Whatever, brothers and sisters. Some kind of white looking thing on the sand. I forget its name right now. And then we have volcanic sand beaches. Of course, where I've seen white sand beaches is more around the Calibishi area, that region there. There's like a nice little spot with just the sand looks white, so that's why I call it white sand beaches, brothers and sisters. And of course, there's the dark ones as a result of volcano and what have you. Rivers, brothers and sisters, streams, sulfur springs, you just name it. Dominica definitely has that, and of course, you can definitely have a good time. But of course, like I indicated before, we have always seen Dominica making some top 5 things, but we don't see it in reflection to the tourists right there. Is it because there's a difficulty to come to Dominica? What do you think the thoughts are when it comes down to this situation right there? No, brothers and sisters, keep in mind I mentioned the beauty of Dominica, but let's talk about the economy, for which individuals seems like they are fed up of Dominica right there. Or they're not Dominica, they're fed up of the leadership of Dominica. Of course, as indicated right there, somebody indicated this to me right there. China buy Dominica already. The new flag, apparently, they have been putting up. Time to move, this individual is saying. Time to move. Then in response, this individual is saying, you're right, bro. I can't be an electrician making a little money and in that mess. I can do better. And I've known electricians that used to be in Dominica that left Dominica and are pretty much doing much better overseas, doing the same thing outside there. Of course, when you have spending power, then the people are able to spend more, or they are able to pay that of which you have requested that they should pay for your services. So that's always interesting right there. That's why, and one of the pillars of business, when you're trying to set up businesses in certain areas, you look at the spending power of the people. The spending power of the people will enable you to have a better, successful entrepreneurship experience in the business world, brothers and sisters. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know that in the comment box below. Of course, every day it's a problem. Sometimes can't get out of my driveway, this individual is saying right there. One guy asked me if I want to get out after you blocked me, asking I guess somebody blocked his driveway, you know, for whatever, asking would you like to get out, like he's He doing me a favor. You block the man in his driveway and you're asking him if you want to get out. That's something else right there. Waiting for the starters, no food in the kitchen. Well, guys, hold strong, hold the faith. Hold the faith, brothers and sisters. But keep in mind, I saw this very thing right there. One day you will realize, and I think this goes out to the liberates out there. One day all the liberates will realize that nobody was working obia on you. No. Is dotish, you really truly dotish? You fully dance, brother. You fully dance. You's a dance cat. Brother. Look at that word. You's a dance cat. Yes, man. Nobody don't working obia on you. You just constantly voting for people to keep you dog and you saying, but somebody work a magic on me, man. Somebody put out voodoo. No, you just dotish. Right, brothers and sisters. The great book says, stop your dirty ways. Well, in turn, it means get wisdom. Put out the foolish and get wisdom. In get understanding. Yes, brothers and sisters. In hindsight, stop your dirty ways. Anyways, brothers and sisters, let's move on right there. Of course, I saw this very note in this regard, I guess, in accordance to this thing right there. But of course, it reads, I think I need to move to another Caribbean island. That's why I was in the previous reaction. By the way, guys, check out the previous reaction. That link will be in the first comment in the comment. That link will be in the first comment in the comment box below, guys. But this individual is saying, I think I need to move to another Caribbean island. You see, I really love island life, yes. However, right now, I find Dominica disappointing me day by day, night by night, evening by evening, sunrise to suns. Okay, they don't say all that, but you get the point right there. So best I just look at somewhere else. I will still get the island vibe, but will also see growth. That hit me. That part hit me. This is the first time I'm reading this stuff, guys. When I react into stuff, most times, it's the first time I'm reading this stuff right there. But of course, the person is looking for growth. And it's one thing when you have growth in Dominica, brothers and sisters. But then you need to have the standard of growth, or you have to reach back to the standard of growth that we lost years upon years ago. So if you're in the negative, brothers and sisters, you have to reach back to zero. We're still in the negative. You know, trying to reach back to zero, and hopefully it is indicated around 6% growth for the economy that should be had. It seems like Dominica, hopefully, if everything goes as planned, would enter into a 1.5 to 2% growth, which means it's less than 4% that is actually needed to reach up to the rest of the world. So when this individual is talking about growth, I understand the plight that have reached. This individual is saying they need to see growth, not just hear about growth. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to react to the Prime Minister stuff. People will tell me, Mystelics, you know, Prime Minister press conference. I'll react to it, don't afraid. I will definitely react to it. Don't bother, brothers and sisters. Anyways, private sector at a standstill. That's false. The private sector is at an all-time running down the cliff. Yes. They just fastly it's like you're running down this, you're trying to slow down, but for some reason, you find you speeding up, running down the cliff, brothers and sisters, in bobbing speed. Lightning speed taking you. You will think it's the Flash. Running down the mountain when it comes down to small sectors and small private business, brothers and sisters. Of course, we're not talking about, you know, even DOMLEC putting more pressure. DOMLEC and DOWASCO self putting more pressure on people. Now people have to try to find out if their business is small, medium, or large. You know, some of them will try to take it small, brothers and sisters. Nah, man, my business small. What are you talking about? Right there. But of course, you know, just for people to try to see if they can. It's one thing to try to evade taxes, brothers and sisters, but another thing when you're trying to evade having your water bill, you can use zero and you still have to pay money on your water bill. Thanks to the government of Dominica right there. It seems like they're trying to kill the private sector, but that is on the people to stop it. The people, only the people can stop this right there. Private sectors at a standstill, this individual saying. Hotel industry at a standstill. We building all sorts of hotels. We, just like I indicated before, Dominican is top this and top 5, this and top 20, this and, you know, all over the place, brothers and sisters. All sorts of hotels we build in Dominica. Where's the people? Where's the people to fill the hotels, brothers and sisters? Look, we have Kepinski. People start calling it Kenipseed, but then Kenipseed move away because Kenipseed say, not that stress you give me there. No. And then Intercontinental come. You wondering if people, well, if you want, is a weekend getaway or a day getaway, brothers and sisters, because it seems like nobody will know if you're inside there or not, because you hardly see people in that place. But we see some crabs though inside there, so I'm guessing they hold in the fort, man. Hold the fort, hold the fort, da dum 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 dum. I forgot the song. Those of you who know the gospel song in that regard, right? Hold the fort. Anyways, private sector at a standstill, hotel industry at a standstill, entertainment standstill. Did Melissa say she get $2 million from Saudi Arabia now for to come and build entertainment center? I don't think she not saying that again. But remember, the same Melissa wasn't talking about enhancing Roseau in 2014 now. We have this Roseau enhancement project, you know, that will be built. 2 elections passed. Nothing of that sort has happened at all. But she was talking about some 2 million from Saudi Arabia that she probably never received, you know. And then we scared have to go Saudi Arabia to get debt to put on Dominica. But of course, that is how it goes in the nature of the Caribbean, brothers and sisters. Everything is on a standstill. This individual was saying, population are growing, nothing is being done to get people to stay and grow the country. I asked this question, yes, on Sunday. What's today's Monday? Yes, Sunday, brothers and sisters, in the podcast on BrBpTV. Actually did the podcast on my own right there. But on Sunday, brothers and sisters, I asked that question. What has the government of Dominica done or any PAL rep done to elevate the standing of the people themselves? It's one thing when you're trying to build roads and you're trying to put people in apartments and this kind of things. And none of that is elevating the standing of the people. Therefore, you must see some level of growth when you're making something happen in the country. That has not happened. What is happening, they're creating a dependency state so that you'll constantly be dependent on the government. And if you were to even make noise, you are fearful of losing that area. I noticed there was a video of Timal. Timal was talking about a particular building and he said the people not there again. The people, his friends used to stay there. They're not there. They pushed them in some other place by a bush, in the bush somewhere, and they replaced them and put people, new people there. Brothers and sisters, need I not continue right there, brothers and sisters? Anyways, let's continue. It's like the system is set up to let people leave the country. Yeah. The system is set up to let people who can leave. Because remember, the very prime minister in his prime ministership caused his children not to be born in Dominica. He make them born overseas. Yes, he sent Melissa overseas so his children can have better opportunities, far from the very opportunities that he would never create in Dominica. Imagine that. The sitting prime minister of a country caused his children to be born overseas. And then you sit down there, prime minister doing something for us, when he would not even make his children born in Dominica. The sitting prime minister. I would understand if he was a PAL rep or, you know, things not working out, you're not in charge. You're not in charge of things. So you might just say, okay, you know what, that person, I support that person, you know, but that person might not be able to, I might give my advice, the person will take my advice, you know, and what have you. So I don't understand the PAL rep decide, you know, Gasa, that way, mister, let me go and do. But he's the prime minister of the very country. And while in your prime ministerialship, as you would know, while in your prime ministership, brothers and sisters, you cause your very children to be born overseas so that they can gain another citizenship somewhere outside of the very country that you are prime minister of. That says something. And if people cannot understand that, then woe be unto them, you know. Anyways, this individual was saying this seems like a system is set up to let people leave the country. It's either set up for people to leave the country or it's set up so that people can be dependent and become obedient to that of their slave masters. Of course, it's not slave masters, brothers and sisters. To the person that helping you, you know. Yeah. Please note, I am not talking about CWO and them foolishness, all you like. Yes, when the people from overseas come, diaspora come, they come to CWO. You think they come in to just face the hardship and the electrical problems from DOMLEC or from the government and to be paying high waters? Brothers and sisters, I know a family member, their fridge always on. Always on in the United States. You know how much people paying for their fridge? $5 per fridge for the whole month. They can leave the fridge open. And boy, try that in Dominicana. Try it. Some of all it does even turn off your fridge when you live in the house. So that is another story right there. People know that I'm talking about the foolishness of CWO. Or you like to leave Dominican, go to them, go do in them other places. What? I'm talking about real serious growth. Yes, man, that is real serious growth. It seems like Dominica always tries its best to see how much people they can get during World Creole Music Festival or Carnival season, this kind of things there. I was even having a conversation with an individual saying, Mystelics, you know, Trinidad Carnival going down. What has Dominica? Now Dominica has the opportunity for it to elevate itself. What has Dominica done? He came to Dominica from time to time. He was even in Creole in the park. Another Trinidadian. And he said, now it's Dominica's time to elevate. But he say, no, Dominica not gonna do nothing. Why? Because Dominica has an incompetent leader. Even he know that Trinidad, the man come out with. The man come Dominica during Creole season. Whoever invite them, they come. I meet the boy in St. Kitts and his team talking to me about the situation that's happening in Trinidad and all those kind of things. And when Marshall do Mega Mondays or whatever, and Marshall say he don't doing that, so he do it in Friday, and then everybody else just decide to cancel it stuff because everybody going to go to Marshall thing and all kind of thing the boy was telling me. When it comes into the elevation, now it's Dominica's time. But he knows that Dominica will not capitalize on that because Dominica is an incompetent leader. I never met the boy before. The boy never seen my videos before. The boy who came to Dominica doing Creole in the park. Stayed around, noticed different things and realized something is wrong in Dominica. Did his little research from time to time. And we end up talking, we pull up. Yes, Lord. I remember meeting some business people, asking them questions and what have you, and they tell me they know about Dominica. They wanted to come and set up water stuff in Dominica. Realizing Dominica is not the best place to do that at all. They went elsewhere. They went elsewhere, brothers and sisters. They even knew about syndicate. They even knew about syndicate. And you realize that Dominica's government sucks. And when I say in that, brothers and sisters, it's not because I'm just saying it to make fun. Yes, kicks off what have you, brothers and sisters, but serious times. These are some serious times. As clearly seen yet again, my people, we have a serious issue. You know, a healthcare system in Dominica. I heard that the Prime Minister was talking about the healthcare system. And he said that Dominica, what they say it missing now? Somebody says it missing something. And the Prime Minister come and say they do inventory. Prime Minister easy the boy. That Prime Minister no easy the boy. Why scared boy, you know easy the boy, scared. Boy scared boy. Boy scared. Scared, they call it the boy, they show that partner. Scared. Scared. Boy, there's a major concern that needs addressing in our health center and hospital. If the Minister of Health from before, brothers and sisters, couldn't do it, you think it's the engineer that can do it? Huh? They take out the health minister and put him in finance, and they put the engineer into health. Brothers and sisters, you expect the engineer to know better? The man come and write letter where they say things missing, talking about, oh, things should be done properly. The healthcare, I almost blow up there. The healthcare system has been going down the drain consistently. We have nice buildings, probably one of the nicest hospital-looking hospital buildings in the Caribbean. We probably have that, brothers and sisters. Well, I saw some. Yeah, we have a nice-looking building, brothers and sisters. We have a nice-looking building, but the healthcare system, the healthcare, is absolutely terrible, brothers and sisters. Me alone cannot speak. Well, you alone will have to speak here because the other people living in the houses, they cannot speak because they are fearful of losing their house. Or they're fearful of losing their jobs. They're underpaid. Boy. But what kind of system is that in Dominica, boy? Anyways, they don't want to talk. Alright? There's a major concern that needs addressing in our healthcare centers. And hospital have no supplies. Doctors saying day after day, they cannot help because they have no resources. That is a fact. When the nurses, them and the doctors put out the information to close down a section because they don't have certain things, you think they make it up for fun? You think it's for fun? They're doing it scared? Scared. You think it's fun? Okay. This is a serious issue on the island that needs addressing, brothers and sisters, as soon as possible. Don't let it reach your home, then speak. That is an issue. That's fact. Remember when the Prime Minister when the Prime Minister stated that he can send his children, his family overseas for better medical attention, then point to the very supporters that hoping that he'll do something about the medical system. He pointing to them and say, what about you guys? I can send my, or you paying me taxes or whatever, what have you, so I can send my people overseas because they are not the government, not true? The family of the government, I can send them overseas if I need to. But what about you? You paying taxes to a man to send his family overseas for better medical attention, and then he asking you, what about you guys? As if he's not in charge of the country to help set up the medical system in a much better fashion. Brothers and sisters, one of the reasons why I think they build the hospital, I tell myself I don't can belong in that there. But hey, let the spirit lead me. One of the things I always tell myself, brothers and sisters, when it comes to the hospital, like I indicated before, hospital have we have nice hospital. You know, nice hospital, you know. It's always good to take a trip on the concrete, you know, and walk in, man. And then, you know, if you see people just wave, hi, how you doing? You know, how's the family? How's the wife and children? But then you know that person might not make it if they get a serious problem, brothers and sisters. If they get a serious problem, that is problem with. And it's interesting, don't let it reach your home. But then again, some of all you cannot talk. A reiteration again. Because you have a little job that you don't want to make the Prime Minister vex or the people vex about you having a job. Remember the girl, the lady in college, complaining, I don't know if her salary was too small or something, or she not getting, I think one of the things was she not getting paid on time. She have a bill to pay, she have whatever to pay, children to take care of, whatever. She decided last, let me see if I can tell them to make a little, you know, at least they'll feel sorry for me or something. They fired the lady. Dominica State College, they fired the lady. But you good in that place, though. But at least we have some good news, brothers and sisters. We have some good news with THEA LAFOND. Of course, she did her thing right there, brothers and sisters. She did her thing. Her previous one was 14.76. She jumped. It was a valid attempt.
Got to be careful with the graphic on the sound. It's not totally accurate, but it certainly looks as.
Let me see what it moved to.
1481 looks
1481, brothers and sisters. So she beat her previous one, 1476. She beat it by 11. Okay, 0.11, brothers and sisters. She beat it. 0.11, what I say? Yeah, 0.11, brothers and sisters. That is 76 and 87. 11, brothers and sisters. So she did 0.11 further than her previous one. I think her first attempt. The second attempt, she didn't qualify it, and then she has this one. The third attempt being 1487. And of course, based on what Thompson was saying, Thompson indicated to us that she won silver. So she came second in the triple jump at the Monaco Diamond League, and had a season best. So she pretty much beat her season best of 1466 or 1476. And she went up by 0.11, brothers and sisters, 0.11 meters. Looking good for the Olympics. And talk about the Olympics, brothers and sisters. Wow, we have the Dominica team. 4 individuals are going up for the Paris Olympics 2024 right there. Of course, you guys saw in my vlog when I was pointing to the countdown that they were having, brothers and sisters. I think we probably can make no, I mean, we will see. We will see how that goes, brothers and sisters. Making a trip to Paris for that right there. But of course, THEA LAFOND is in the Dominican team for 2024 Paris Olympics Games. And of course, THEA LAFOND godson, yes, triple jump. Then we have Denick Luke. Of course, he showed a lot of promise in one of the previous races right there. Unfortunately, I think he fell or something of that sort. But there's a lot of promise right there. Lawrence, 50-meter freestyle. I think this is swimming. He's definitely doing his thing. And Jasmine Schofield, I don't know who that one is, but she come to represent Dominica. The only person I think that might be in Dominica is Denick. I could be wrong, but I think Denick is the only one that is living in Dominica. He might be overseas now, I'm not sure, but yeah. So hopefully we get a 2 or 3 medals. Warren, from my understanding, has been doing phenomenal when it comes down to the swimming. So Wouldn't be surprised if he got a medal for Dominica right there. We are on the up and up, man. We are on the up and up and up. I know Grenada. We already on the up in Grenada, but Dominica is coming on the up, other brothers and sisters. But of course, I must point out something that I saw that was very interesting to me right there. And of course, I must give kudos to DOMLEC team, which of course went to CARRIACOU to assist with the restoration efforts following Hurricane BERYL. The efforts have been warmly welcomed by GRENADA. GRENADA is the DOMLEC of Grenada. GRENADA, all right. Not that creative. No, you're not creative at all. DOMLEC, GRENADA, what else? ELEC. I don't even know what's the others. We extend our best wishes to the team as they undertake this crucial work. Yeah, they are definitely individuals who are, you know, helping out in that regard right there. So kudos to them. I know some of these folks right there. So kudos to these individuals, and they will be doing a fantastic job. But brothers and sisters, Dominica problem. Why we don't fix Dominica problem before you send these folks? Huh? Don't get me wrong, you know. Big up them going out there, but we have issues. Dominica back to load shedding, brothers and sisters. Even today, Point Michel, Puri, but where's this Union Estate, Brooklyn? Gas, it have a Brooklyn in Dominica. What is that for me, boy? Where does places come on, boy? What is a good thing it are load shedding, man, because we get into no places in Dominica. Hans Batu. So we know Sufria and we know Gallion, we Scott said Mountain. Seems like this is often part of Dominica right there. But of course, they had an emergency outage. They had an emergency outage. Right. They tried their best to tell people it's not load shedding they're doing. Load shedding that day, brothers and sisters. So we had an emergency outage here and we had a plan outage tomorrow. So very interesting, brothers and sisters. It seems like it's coming up. So this is further south from Scott said coming up, brothers and sisters. Then we reach in somewhere. We have Foncole, Stock Farm, Yampis, Belleville, Rowley, Tarish Pit, Gota Village, Upper Federation, Princess Lane to Edon's Lane. Yes, so you can see there, brothers and sisters. So they will have, this one was, they don't even have, but they are 7:30 to 3 p.m. planned outage. All this is load shedding. Everybody, brothers and sisters, if I'm wrong, let me know. But all this is load shedding right there. And of course, I must point out there's something gonna be taking place the coming weekend, brothers and sisters. Bike Life, Bike Vibes, brothers and sisters, Bike Festival 2024 will be being had, brothers and sisters, as you can read right there. Welcome ceremony and stunt showcase, brothers and sisters, from 4 p.m. in Roseau location, Roseau River Promenade. So Roseau River Promenade, okay, on the Promenade, brothers and sisters, featuring these individuals right there. And of course, there's an after party at 8 p.m. The Factory Valley Road, Roseau. Oh, you know where that is. All right. Oh, okay. All right. So Friday coming, brothers and sisters, stunt vibes will be happening. Welcome ceremony will be taking place at the Promenade from 4 p.m. I don't know if this is Dominican time, but you know, people coming to work, just stay there, man. Stay there. Big up BrBpTV one time. Big up BrBpTV right there on his inventions. But of course, the next day, day number 2, they have Saturday 19th. They actually mean Saturday 20th of July. They have Willie and Wildin bike exhibition. So most stunt vibrations going crazy. Of course, they're going to be having this one at the Canefield Airport, Saturday 10 a.m., brothers and sisters. I think they should have put this in the afternoon, but hey, it is what it is. Canefield Airport, brothers and sisters, obstacle course, balance competition, loudest exhaust, people's choice, best burnouts, you know, sorts of vibrations that's going to be taking place at the Canefield Airport on Saturday at around 10 a.m. Right there, brothers and sisters. Make sure helmet on. So if you have your little bicycle, helmet on, brothers and sisters. And of course, the Sunday, right, the 21st of July, Island Ride out, brothers and sisters. They're going to be doing an Island Ride right there. Location starting cruise ship berth, Roseau, Bayfront, brothers and sisters. You should just say Bayfront. Well, cruise ship berth area, Roseau. Anyways, they're going to be stopping at the scenic stops in Marigot, Calibishi, and Portsmouth Beach, ending at Bell Hall Beach, brothers and sisters. So bike riders going to be doing their thing. Hopefully, we'll hopefully see some stunts and what have you in that regard right there. To join the Island Ride, of course, you have to pay $50. And of course, I think that will include a t-shirt and a band for you to be riding with the crew right there. So if you come in for a little moped, make sure you get your $50 with your shirt and your band so you can ride with them. Don't get the place, you know. And those with bicycle, you can't crankshaft the bicycle. Behave your saying crankshaft, crankstart. Anyways, brothers and sisters, so that is some of the activities that will be taking place over the weekend, the coming weekend. So I definitely have to put this out there for you guys right there. Anyways, guys, click the thumbs up button. I would appreciate that. If you enjoyed this video, what are your thoughts on what I spoke about there in that regard, brothers and sisters? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. It's about Mystelics once again, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on that post notification. BERYL! Salad the king, brothers and sisters. Be positive.